I am a parent in DPS, and the SQR and the SPF is a district-created framework that is subjective, and in the case of Gilpin, is flawed. And the data should not be used to punish students, parents, and communities by closing our schools. The data should be used as a means to support schools, to see where the district can help meet the needs of our schools and our children. It's really hard to watch you all sit in your positions of power and know you have an agenda to destroy our neighborhood schools. And it's hard to watch you manipulate the data to achieve this agenda. The integrity of the school board is non-existent as we watch year after year schools be closed. As a parent, I can't believe that anyone who has a child in DPS schools supports your policies. I can't believe anyone who has a child in DPS schools truly believes you value our children and their education. You have personally cheated my children and the children in our communities, and particularly low-income communities and communities of color, out of attending our neighborhood schools, and have forced us to navigate the stressful, no-choice process in search of a place to get our kids an education in an unfamiliar school they have no connection to and won't be close to home. It's hard to explain to my children that if we lived in a neighborhood with more affluent students, our schools would never be closed. Schools like Bromwell, Corey, Lowry, Park Hill, Bill Roberts will never face closure. We have never been afraid as parents to send our school to Gilpin, knowing that it has a red label. We know it's never been a deterrent. We know that our kids are getting an excellent education there, and that red schools does nothing to really describe what really goes on in schools. It doesn't reflect what really goes on, and it's really based on, if it's a red school, people just know that there's more low-income kids there, and sometimes more minority kids. It's particularly hard to watch school after school come to these meetings and beg and plead for you not to close their schools. I don't think any other district puts their communities through this ordeal. School closure is not a reform plan. It is punitive, destructive, and senseless. Invest in our schools and stop closing them. You are hurting so many people, parents, communities, and you're destroying the connection that students have to get a good education. Thank you.
Thank you.